What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 20 of our podcast, Sip in Sports. I'm Dave. This is Chris. How we doing? The big 2-0?
Episode 20.
I know. The big 2-0.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's pretty exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
We got to start with 20 before you get to 25 to 50.
I know. We're
100.
making some good progress.
100%.
And we're biased, but we're doing better than episode 1 or 2.
Yeah. Actually, what's crazy enough, I actually went back because I was like looking at them and went back to episode 1 and 2 and I was like, oh my god, this is when we had that table.
I know. we're sitting there like a professor.
Sitting there like we're in classroom
Yeah.
watching the professor write on the whiteboard.
I know that was
bad.
This is a tough way to start, but we figured that out pretty
Nice
quick.
that we started low and
Yeah.
we moved the bar. We just keep moving the bar higher,
Right.
which is nice. We didn't want to start too high, so we started at the right spot.
Exactly. Well, we got some more things coming at you, so stick with us. But let's hit the top moment that we saw last week to get rolling.
Yeah, and this was I think last Monday, the All-Star game. The American League won the All-Star game. Giancarlo Stanton was the MVP. They won 3-2. Fun fact for you, they've won the last 9 All-Star games.
That's a lot.
9 All-Star games, and I will be 100% transparent. I bet on the NL.
Bad bet.
Yeah, it wasn't a great bet, to be honest. I did think the NL had a better team, but now looking at the 9 straight, I just don't know if the streak will ever end. I mean, it's hard. That's 9 straight years.
Honestly, it'll probably end next year.
100%. It actually probably should have ended this year, and they're very good. But, I mean, here's the thing is, like we talked about when we recapped the MLB, the nice thing about this All-Star game is it gives home field advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So now, once the Twins make it,
Right.
dude, we might be there.
It's true.
Not might, we will be there. Might take out a loan or something. But what about that? I mean,
That's
it's
worth it.
100%. I mean, how often? Could you imagine if that?
My parents went to the last time they were in the World Series.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The last time, I think I went to a playoff game in the 2000s in the Metrodome, and we had those Homer Hankies.
Yeah.
Electric.
Yeah.
Of course, we lost to the Yankees. That's a different story, but
Well, that's just like when the Wolves are in the playoffs. Like, you have to go to one of the games at least.
100%. I
Yeah.
mean, they're just electric atmospheres. And you just hope you're there. I mean, if you
When
suck,
they win.
when they win, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And I mean that parade in Minnesota would be so sick,
Yeah.
so sick. But
Well, the Twins parade would be in the snow.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, it'd be freezing, but it'd be worth it.
Yeah.
But what about you? What's your moment?
So I don't know if you guys have seen, but the NFL and teams are announcing their alternate like jerseys or helmets, and so a bunch of them came out last week, and so there's 14 teams that'll either have an alternate or a throwback helmet and or jersey for this upcoming year, and so I know a lot of people were pretty excited about the Bengals one that they unveiled because it's the all white look. So they're wearing the all white helmets with the all white jerseys with the Bengals stripes on them that are gray or black. I mean, so that one's pretty cool. The 4 teams that are going throwbacks are the Cowboys, Falcons, Giants, and Patriots, and then all the other ones are alternates. So. A lot of them seem to just be like blacking out the helmet,
Yeah.
and then they'll wear either a color rush jersey or a all black jersey or whatnot. But
Yeah. Do they only wear them a few times?
yeah, so
I know they have specific dates that they're debuting them, but
yeah,
they're gonna wear 'em more
some of the teams will only wear them like one to 3 times. Yeah. And so some of the teams have announced when they're going to wear the alternate helmets and or jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of them haven't announced when they're going to wear them or
Okay.
how many times they're going to wear them.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be too often. It'll probably be less than 5 times for most, if not all of the teams.
Gotcha. That's crazy. Well, I thought I saw something. So the Cowboys and the Giants both are going retro, and I think those are
for
both on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Yep.
But
But yeah, I don't know. The Bengals is definitely the coolest one to me.
yeah, I mean, like you said, they kind of a lot of these helmets just blacked it out,
Mm-hmm.
and now it'll be sick to see like the uniforms with those blacked out helmets.
Yeah, like the Cardinals are wearing their all black jerseys with the all black helmets and the red Cardinal logo.
What is it? The Bears are going orange.
Bears are going
all
orange jersey with white pants and the orange helmet.
Kind of cool.
The Bengals, like I mentioned, all white. Panthers are going all black jersey with the black helmet.
Yeah.
So it's a little different. The Jets are going all black with the black helmet. So like a lot of all black with just like the logo color.
I think it'll look cool.
But those look sweet.
Right.
That's
just this year too, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of makes you wonder why some teams do it and some teams don't.
They probably chosen, honestly.
Yeah.
They might not have a choice in the matter, or maybe they submit to somebody saying, "Hey, we want to do this," and then they're like, "Okay, yeah, you're good. You can do it this year," kind of thing. But I don't know. All right, let's go Minnesota Minute here.
Yeah. So Minnesota Twins came off the All-Star break. They swept the Tigers in just a 2-game series. They play the Brewers and the Padres coming up, so a pretty tough 2 series. Minnesota United beat Everton in a friendly. Shout out Charles, I was there. And also beat Houston on Saturday. So the fellas are rolling.
And this weekend on Saturday, they're in the marquee matchup of the week.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly what it's called, but I think it's marquee.
It's got to be the game of the week. I mean,
it is.
They're up there.
It's on Saturday.
Yeah. So, and then we got the Minnesota Lynx. Unfortunately, lost both of their games to the Sun last week. They play Atlanta today.
Tough back-to-back.
Well, good for you betting-wise, but tough back-to-back, yes. 100%. The Wind Chill beat Indianapolis last week. They play at home in the last home game Saturday against Detroit. They're currently 8-3. And then, as we've been talking about this whole time, Minnesota Vikings reported to training camp, so it's right around the corner.
Oh, yeah. Captain Kirk, briefcase and tow. He's ready to go.
Yeah. Just a weird guy, but love having him.
Yep.
He's there.
Yeah, so let's hit our bets. We're ready for football in this regard because all these sports that are going on right now have not been our friend lately.
I'm ready for this month. That'll be over.
Yep. But quickly, so David was 8-13 overall.
Mm-hmm.
MLB was 3-5. WNBA was also 3-5, and soccer was 2-3. So
yeah, not bad.
A handful of below 500 in all of them.
Yeah.
Not ideal. But then moving to myself, 9-12 overall. MLB was 3-6. WNBA was 3-2, and soccer was 3-4. So
I mean, I have to think we have to talk about one of your MLB bets. I mean, Kyle Schwarber losing in the first round.
That was bad.
Your soccer bet.
That was bad. The soccer one was worse.
I mean, the soccer one might be the worst bad beat of literally since we started this show.
Yeah, it was Sweden, right?
Yep.
Sweden, and it was for the women's team to win. They were winning the whole game. They scored in the first minute, the fastest goal in the whole UEFA Women's Tournament, or the UEFA Euro.
Mm-hmm. It's the Euros.
Yeah, the Euro Championships. They scored the fastest minute of the whole tournament, and then
no. It was France. It was France versus Iceland. You had France.
Oh yeah,
not Sweden.
Sweden
plays.
They all mix together.
Yeah, so France versus Sweden.
All right, France.
Or France versus Iceland.
France and Iceland. France scored. That sounds way better.
Yeah.
France scored the fastest goal in the first minute of the whole tournament, and then they're playing. They don't score. They're dominating the game, and then Iceland scores in the 12th added minute, even though there was only supposed to be 6 added minutes.
Yeah, tough to watch.
And it was like, what are we doing here? The only thing that kind of evens it out for me is England was tied, and they scored in the 5th minute of added time to win their game.
Yeah. Well, I think their game went to overtime. So their game went to overtime, and you played 2 overtimes. So it was the 100th minute, but it was 2 overtimes.
I thought it was 90 plus 5.
No, it was the 100th minute. But it does make up for it. However, France should have dominated that game. If you score in the first minute, and you don't score again,
I know they were dominating.
That's insane, 100%. And then you get. I mean, I remember I looked at that. I checked it once. It was 1-0, and they had 10 shots to 1 shot. Possession was 80. And I looked at the end, and I was like, 1-1.
Well, they also played this last Saturday, and they were playing Netherlands, and they were dominating the game. They had probably 5 chances that they should have scored on in the first half.
Yeah.
It was 0-0, 0-0, 0-0, all the way to the extra time.
Yeah.
Like 90 minutes come and gone into the extra time. Is that what it's called? Extra
Overtime.
time?
It's literally overtime.
Or
So extra time is like added time.
What's added time or extra time? What's the after the regulation's over? Like
So
what's
like
the
overtime.
additional?
Overtime.
Is that extra time or added time?
That's just overtime. So like here's the thing. So like when you play in these
What's
championships,
extra time and what's added time?
I think they're the same thing. So like
Yeah.
if you have 90 plus, like you know when someone holds up that sign,
Yeah.
that's extra time or added time.
Oh,
Overtime
I
in these
thought
games.
there was one that was one thing and the other was the 90 to 120.
No, so I think 90 to 120 I think is overtime.
Oh, that's
And what
just
they
it's
do
called.
is it's just called like that, but what it is
You have to play the whole 30.
yeah, you have to play both. And it only happens in like because that's the thing that screwed you with the France Iceland is it was in group stage, so you can tie in group stage.
Right.
In these championships you can't tie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because it would have gone to PKs after that, but
Right, but they scored. All right, let's hit the beer and seltzer here, and then we got football talk.
yeah, a little football talk. So I brought the Vizzy hard seltzer raspberry tangerine. So it's a little raspberry theme today. I know we've tried another Vizzy that wasn't really too spectacular, but
It wasn't.
raspberry tangerine. It looks kind of cool on the can. It's got a mix of a raspberry and a tangerine. So
Go figure.
pretty cool.
All right, so the beer that we're going with today is Bauhaus. It's a Minneapolis based brewery. Well, I guess technically a Brewlab is what it's called. Minneapolis, Minnesota, Bauhaus. And it's called Chase Bliss. Or no, it's called Mood, but it's a combo between Bauhaus and Chase Bliss.
It just
Is
says
that how
it's
you
a
read
fruited sour ale.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Bauhaus,
Well, like,
Blue Labs
it's
plus
like
Chase Bliss.
it's like a collab between Bauhaus, Brewlabs, and Chase Bliss.
Yeah, that's what it looks
That's
like.
what it looks like. And then it's called Mood.
It looks like a whole mood. I mean, you got all those strings and everything.
Yeah. It's headphone jacks and cords. But it's a fruited sour ale with blackberry, raspberry, and apricot.
I don't know if I've ever been to Brewhouse.
Bauhaus.
Bauhaus.
It's very light.
Oh, it's a limited edition, it says.
I know. I was looking in the seasonal.
So it's called Chase Bliss Audio Mood Limited Edition
Okay.
from Bauhaus, whatever you say
gotcha.
that. Yeah.
Bauhaus.
So yeah, it's kind of a. Yeah, it's a sour.
Yeah.
Wow. Good color.
It makes it look like there's a lot in there. Which one do you want?
No, I'll take the shorter one. Come on. You know the deal.
We'll
here.
see if that's a shorter one after.
Oh, it looks like it's for sure a shorter one.
All right, so we're starting with the Vizzy.
So both of these are raspberry. Because yours said what? Raspberry, apricot, and something?
Blackberry, raspberry,
put it up.
apricot.
Yeah, there we go. What is it? It's 5 point something probably?
Yeah, 5.8.
5.8.
Mm-hmm.
This is 5.
The Vizzy is.
Yep, 5. Bottom left.
Oh yeah.
Yep, 5.
It's from Acerola Superfruit. I don't even know what that is.
Health. It's good for you. Sparkling water, cane sugar, citric acid. Terrible for you.
What do you think? First,
My first thing is the smell. It's a stronger smell. I actually do kind of smell the tangerine though.
I would say it's lighter smelling.
Yeah, it smells light, but you can definitely, there's some kind of flavor. You know how we've had some seltzers where you smell it, it's like that smells like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, obviously
I don't know. I feel like all of them smell pretty strongly, but then they don't taste very strongly.
Yeah, I would say this one's not really different.
But it
Tastes
smells
like sparkling water.
it smells like light fruit.
Tangerine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it truly tastes like sparkling water. That's what I'm getting. With like maybe a hint of something.
Just a little extra flavor.
A little extra flavor.
A little fruit flavor.
A little fruit. But not distinctive enough to say raspberry or tangerine, I don't think. Besides the smell.
No. I mean, that wouldn't be expected, right?
Yeah. I think it's just average. I don't think it's bad. I mean, it just is, it tastes like the sparkling water.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's fantastic. Like I wouldn't rush to the store to grab it. And so since I wouldn't rush to the store to grab it, I'm giving it a 5.7. So pretty low. Lower.
I'm giving it 4.8.
4.8. So even lower.
It's just kind of blah.
There's nothing to it.
Yeah. It is lighter, so like it's easy to drink.
100%.
But I don't think that it's something that would like make me enjoy drinking it because of like all the great flavor that it has or like the taste that it has.
Yeah.
I think it's like it's easy to drink, don't get me wrong. So if you're looking for a lighter, I would say that it's a less good version to that pineapple one that we had.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. It has the same similarities in like being light and easy to drink and like not a ton of extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that pineapple one is a better version of this.
Yeah. I mean, it does say on here, hint of raspberry, and there is a hint of it.
Yeah.
Some
You said 5.7.
5.7. Ooh. Whoa.
All right.
Oh.
Let's check this out.
Oh. It's a sour.
It
is. It's very similar to the last sour we had where you taste it. It almost tastes like a... To me, it's pretty decent, but it almost has like that sour warhead kind of like when you suck the juice. You know?
I mean, that's what it's supposed to... Yeah, that's...
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that's what's supposed to happen. It's a sour.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's on point with that.
I would say it's less intense than the last one though.
Yeah, it's definitely
in that like sour warhead.
Yeah.
Like
this
taste.
one, it's almost like you taste it. It's very smooth. It goes down easy. It's one of those where like you taste it and you can definitely taste the sour, but there's no like the first sour we had that like extra punch where it was like sour.
Whoa.
Sour.
Yeah.
This one you can taste it's a sour, but it's not overpowering.
No, and it has. I mean, the flavors are good. I think.
Yeah, the flavors are pretty good.
I mean, you just picture yourself sitting on a patio, chilling, the sun's shining, sipping one of these.
Keep going. Go. Come on. Sipping one of these? You would get one of these at a bar brewery?
Yeah,
I think I would to try it.
Sitting on a patio, the glass is sweating a little bit because it's so hot. You just finished a nice little bike ride or a walk around a lake.
Yeah,
and you're just
round
sitting
of golf.
round of golf.
Yeah.
You're sitting on the patio. I'm like, I want a Bauhaus Chase Bliss audio mood.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing is I do think it's one of those, like I said, I mean, it's very easy to drink. It's light.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it already goes down easy. So, yeah, I think it's pretty good. And I do think it reminds you of like a nice summer day.
Don't go.
Don't go yet? Oh, you went. I mean, like I said, here's the thing is if you go to this brewery, you said Minneapolis based.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to this brewery and you don't like actual beer, this is probably one of the top alternatives. Most sours are, but this one's actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, I would say that
Yeah.
it would be a strong choice.
Yeah. So this is actually one of my better ones, I think. Like you said, it's smoother and it just goes down easier, and it's one of those that it's a light beer, so it's easy, or a light. I mean, it's a sour, so yeah, it's later. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna say 7.4. You said 7.4.
Yeah.
Did you change it to 7.4?
yeah.
Oh, well, we didn't plan that.
But I wrote it down before you said it.
100%. They saw it. People saw it.
Yeah. Dang. 7. Yeah, I have.
I think it's
7.4
good.
as well.
Like you said, I think.
That's the first time we've ever had the same.
Yeah, that's wild. And this is, well, I mean, we have been starting to write them down, but yeah. 100%. Like I said, this one is obviously, I think this one is better than the last sour, and
Oh, I think it's way better.
yeah, for a guy who doesn't really like the beery beers, like this is a pretty good alternative.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it is pretty good. It's very light. It's got, like you said, it's got those fruity flavors.
Yeah.
that
So
kinda
it's
come out.
refreshing.
It's refreshing, 100%.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang, that's
Great minds think alike.
yeah, that's pretty solid score.
On episode 22. Wow.
Yeah. So we got So we got Seltzer, 5-7 for Dave, 4-8 for me on the Vizzy raspberry
tangerine.
hint of raspberry tangerine.
Yeah.
And then we got 7-4 for the both of us.
What'd you put first?
7-2.
Ooh, bumped it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I took another sip and I was like,
Yeah, that deserves a few more
no,
points.
this is pretty good. This is something that I could get behind.
There you go.
So
love
I
that.
had to bump it up. But yeah, Bauhaus, Brewlab's Chase Bliss Audio Mood is what it's called.
Love that. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was good.
Yep.
That right there is summer.
Yeah.
That right there is summer.
Yeah, I would agree.
There we go. All right. Do we want to tell them what we're going to do a little bit? Mix it up?
Yep, so NFL season's coming. We are 7.
This
six
today
weeks.
will be, if we count today, it'll be 7. It'll be on the 7th week, because September 8th.
Yeah. 7, so 7 weeks
Yep. 7 more episodes. On that 7th episode, it'll drop.
on the day.
Yep, on the
Yep.
day.
So that's when the NFL season starts officially, week 1.
Yep.
We're not counting preseason, Hall of Fame game. All those are happening
Yes.
before that, right?
Yep.
But, so we have 7 weeks until the first game of the year. So get pumped up. But how we're going to lead into that is for the next 4 episodes, we're going to break down the divisions.
2 by 2.
So we're going to do 2 today, 2 in episode 21, 2 in episode 22, and 2 in episode 23 to give you guys an idea of what sort of changes happened in each division, what players left, what players are coming, kind of the outlook for the team, that sort of thing, biggest questions, all those fun things that we're going to talk about. So
100%.
we'll make our way through the NFL. That'll give us a couple weeks before the season starts to hit a couple additional things, get into college football a little bit.
And then once that comes, once September comes, it's all wheels are turning, baby.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
NFL, college football. We got baseball playoffs coming up, NBA. We got the whole slate.
Everything's coming up at
So-
that point. So get ready, because
We rolling. The wheels are
Yeah.
turning.
this is the casual time. Once it gets
Yeah.
to September, then we
Right now we're in
picking
gear
it up.
1 or 2,
Definitely.
but by September we're
1.5.
gear 5,
Yeah.
and we're rolling.
Mhm.
So we're gonna start off with. We're gonna go AFC North and AFC East.
Yep.
So we'll start with the AFC North.
Yep. The first 2 episodes. So this week and next week will be in the AFC.
Yep.
The next 2 weeks will be in the NFC.
Yep.
So North, like Dave said. So, where are we starting?
Yeah, so I think in this division, I think it's kind of obviously the Bengals kind of made a run last year and still kind of have their core guys with Joey B and obviously Joe Mixon's good running back, but like Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. But I think what it'll be interesting to see in this division, I think it will be very close. Last year it was decided by 2 games with the Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers. I think the Steelers now have kind of fallen a little bit. I think their defense is still fine, but I think with a new quarterback coming in, Mitch Trubisky / Kenny Pickett, who they drafted this year, I'm just not sure if they can take that leap.
Don't forget about Mason Rudolph.
Okay, that changes my opinion 0. But yeah,
Hey, he's in the competition.
Okay.
So they're having an open competition
100%.
at quarterback. They got 3 options.
Yeah, and I'll say this. I truly do think, I'm not saying Mitch Trubisky's going to save you. I think Mitch Trubisky could be a starting quarterback.
He
And
has been in the past.
That's what I'm saying. And they have talent. They lost Juju Smith-Schuster, obviously, but like Najee Harris is solid. Their defense is solid. It is a tough division. I mean, when you look up and down that division, it is tough. But then you got, what do you think? I mean, who do you think, which players do you like in that division? I guess we'll go.
Well, let's take a step back to see what players left and which players are coming in.
Yeah, go for it.
And then we can get into who we like.
Go for it.
All right, so starting with the Bengals. So, I mean, I would say they don't have CJ Uzama anymore.
Yeah, that's good for them.
Their tight end.
Yeah.
He had a couple of games where he just dominated.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing: is when you look at that team, like Joe Burrow last year was in the second half of the season threw the ball all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He was fantastic, and CJ Uzomah probably wasn't even a first or second or third option,
but he was a good option.
He was a good option,
yeah.
And he's a big boy.
Yep. So he's on the Jets now. Trey Wayne's retired. That's a. I mean,
It's notable. He was
their starting corner.
Yep.
And then Riley Reef, I guess, if you want to include him.
Yeah.
I'm just naming former Vikings.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, here's the thing: is the biggest thing for the Bengals, they have to protect. They have to get better on. They have to.
Mm-hmm.
The offensive line has to be impactful.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it got worse, but like that was their big focus this year in the draft and everything.
No,
and I know they brought in.
Yeah, it got better.
Hayden Hurst as tight end, and they brought somebody else in to replace Uzomah. But like they have to be better protecting Joe because that guy gets hit in the knee one more time, and that knee could be bad.
Yeah, he gets hit all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they brought in Hayden Hurst to basically fill Uzomah's spot.
Mm-hmm.
They got Lyle Collins, who used to be on the Cowboys.
Yeah, he's good.
And then a couple other offensive linemen. So I don't think they necessarily made any like splash signings, but I don't think they needed to.
No, I think they just need that.
They just filled the spots.
They needed depth, and they need to fill spots
that aren't as like sexy.
100%.
If you want. All right, so the Ravens, they made quite a few moves. So they don't have Devontae Freeman anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Marquise Brown was traded to the Cardinals. That's going to be a big one.
That is Hollywood Brown. Yep.
Yeah, Hollywood Brown,
yep.
Top option in the wide receiver group. Mm-hmm. Sammy Watkins is gone. He's on the Packers now. So really,
shout out Packers.
Their top option and their like
third option. When he was
second
healthy,
to third.
He wasn't bad, but he was
second to third. He had a couple of good games.
Yep.
All the other people that were on the team that leaving are just mediocre.
So those are the big guys.
Yeah, they brought in Mike Davis, so he's taking the spot of Devontae Freeman.
Yeah,
we all had the Mike Davis experience in our fantasy league last year.
Terrible.
Calais Campbell is back. That's big. Michael Pierce, he's also back. I think he was
on the Vikes for
he was on the Ravens. Then he went to the Vikes. Then he's back to the Ravens now.
Yep.
Right? Justin Houston, he's pretty good.
Yeah, their defense should be good.
Kyle Fuller.
I mean, you can't forget Patrick Ricard. I mean,
Patrick
fullback
Ricard
is an animal.
Yeah.
But I will say
they need a fullback for their offense.
100%. And I'll say this: you have Lamar Jackson, who's an elite quarterback, and I do think Rashad Bateman will kind of take that next step. He's a great wide receiver.
Yep.
I just think the biggest thing, I mean, last year what was so crazy with the Ravens is literally their running backs started going down like rapidly. Like it was Gus Edwards' time. Nope, he tore his ACL. It was Devontae Freeman. J.K. Dobbins was the guy.
Yeah.
Gone. I mean, they had two or three running backs that just went down.
At least.
They
were like 4 to 5.
100%. So they brought in, I mean, they lost Devontae Freeman, who actually was their quarterback or their running back.
But they brought in Mike Davis.
I mean, you have Mark Andrews, elite. Rashad Bateman hopefully takes that next step. And Lamar Jackson he's a wizard with the ball. So, I mean, and their defense got better, like you said. So,
yeah. Well, I think if I remember correctly, what I saw in the last couple days was that Dobbins and Gus Edwards are both starting on the PUP list.
Yeah, I think they're trying to ease them back.
Yeah, so that's not ideal.
Not ideal, but it's better than. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of people that start on that PUP list.
Are you allowed to start play in week 1 if you're on that?
I believe so. Okay. I think it's just for spring or for training camp and stuff like that.
Okay. All right, that makes me less worried.
It's different than like the injured list, where it's like if you're injured, you're done for a while. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they put you on the IR or whatever, you have to be out a certain amount of games. The PUP list, I think, is just a way of like, hey, they were probably injured last year. They're still rehabbing. Let's see what they can do.
I gotcha. So yeah, the Ravens should be solid. We'll see. We'll see what Lamar Jackson's contract looks like. If they re-sign him before the season, or they wait till after. Yeah. I mean, if they wait till after, they're gonna have to pay him way more.
100%. He's probably one of the most frustrating quarterbacks to play against if we're talking strictly fantasy now. Quickly, because he'll throw 3 interceptions, but then he'll go run for 40 yards or 50 yards, or he'll score a touchdown, which is a BS touchdown. I mean,
well, he'll throw it for like 120 yards.
Yeah, but he'll run for X
Yeah,
amount,
exactly,
which is just good. That's why he's always so great. And I think the biggest thing for him is it's just like every single time they get in the red zone and he does like a red zone read, he doesn't hand it off. He wants the points.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, just your running back is walking in the end zone. But
no, not as cool.
That's beyond me.
Yeah. All right, so moving to the Browns here. So they had made a lot of changes. So they got rid of a lot of their quarterbacks. Case Keenum, he's on the Bills now. Baker Mayfield, he got traded to the Panthers. So then they also got rid of Rashard Higgins, Jarvis Landry, so a couple wide receivers. Austin Hooper is on the Titans now.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple defensive players. Oh, J.C. Treader.
Well, he went to the Vikes, I thought.
No, they were talking about him, but I don't believe that he's signed.
I gotcha. Okay.
There was rumors.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's happened yet. And so then they brought in, obviously the biggest name is Deshaun Watson. We'll see how that all plays out. So not quite sure if he's going to be playing or how many games he's going to sit, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But they also brought in Jacoby Brissett. So they have a guy that's played in the NFL, started. Yeah, Josh Rosen. So they're bringing in guys behind Watson that have NFL experience, which I think is important.
Oh, well, yeah, when you don't know Deshaun. Obviously, if Deshaun Watson, obviously that's a whole side story. If he gets cleared, he's the best quarterback on that team by far. I mean, he's an elite quarterback in the league.
Yeah, there's no question about that.
So it's just the financial, all that BS stuff.
But then they also brought in Amari Cooper.
Yep.
Jakeem Grant from the Dolphins, speedster.
Mm-hmm. Fast.
They re-signed Njoku.
Yep.
They re-signed Clowney. They brought in Chase Winovich, young guy.
From the Patriots.
Patriots, yeah. So that could be a decent signing.
Mm-hmm.
Denzel Ward was extended. Those are pretty much the most notables.
Yeah. I mean, I think when you look at it from a whole picture, like this division is a solid division.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the teams, I mean, obviously with the Deshaun Watson and even Amari Cooper, like, yeah, sure, they lost Jarvis Landry to the Saints. Yeah, they did whatever. But like none of these teams really, they replace the team, replace the person well.
Mm-hmm.
And they have these elite superstars. They have good quarterbacks, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson if he plays. Steelers are kind of behind the 8 ball, but like they didn't lose anybody big. They signed their big names. They played competitive. So it's also interesting with them. They play Carolina Panthers first week of the regular season. They go to Carolina where Baker Mayfield is traded to.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
So then we have the Steelers.
Steelers. So Big Ben obviously retired.
Yep.
They lost Juju to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Eric Ebron's gone.
Yeah,
and Joe Hayden's gone.
That's a big one. That
would be the next, I guess, biggest name.
Is he just a free agent? Where's Joe Hayden now?
I'm not exactly sure.
But he hurts. That hurts the defense.
You can look that up.
Yeah.
But then they brought in Trubisky, so he's going to be competing for the quarterback position, like Dave mentioned. Ogunjobi, he's solid.
Yeah.
A D tackle. Miles Jack, he's pretty good.
Miles Jack is good. He was on
the Jaguars.
Jacksonville,
right? Minka Fitzpatrick was extended. So more defensive guys they brought in.
Yeah.
But they have Deontay Johnson, they have Najee, so they have Freiermuth.
Wow. Says Joe Hayden hints at the Browns. Wouldn't that be a little switcheroo?
That would be big switcheroo.
I mean, he's a good player. But yeah, I think overall in that, it will be interesting to see what the Steelers do at quarterback. Obviously, Big Ben's, they've been there forever. Najee Harris is solid.
What do you think they're going to do?
Well, here's the thing: I think it's going to go Mitch Trubisky to start.
Mm-hmm.
If he struggles, then it's quickly going to go to Kenny Pickett and say, "Hey, good luck."
What if he doesn't struggle?
Then you got to ride with him.
You think?
Yeah, low key. I mean, it's the same thing. No offense to like the 49ers and stuff, but like Jimmy G played pretty well. You can't take him out, even though you want to trade him with Trey Lance. This year might be different, but last year you can't take him out. He won games.
Trey Lance started for the 49ers.
This year he will.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I was saying last year it's kind of the same situation. Like you're kind of like, oh, Jimmy G. Like you're kind of hoping he doesn't do well if you're a 49ers fan to get to Trey Lance. But if he plays well like he did and starts winning, what are you supposed to? You can't take him out.
Yeah. I mean,
there's that fine line, I think, for a lot of teams.
I agree with your take that Trubisky will start.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think even if he is playing pretty well, they're going to change to Pickett at some point. I don't exactly know when, but I could see like in that 6 to 8 range, kind of like what the Dolphins did with Tua.
Yeah, I just think it's so
because
hard.
Fitzpatrick was playing really well. And then all of a sudden it's like, nope, Tua's going to be our quarterback now, and we're just going to go with him.
Yeah, I guess
So
it just
I think that's what it will be.
You have to start with Trubisky, though. You can't throw the guy into the fire.
Right.
Like that. Unless Trubisky gets hurt, you probably start Mason Rudolph, and then you go from there.
Yeah, that would give more reason to getting to Pickett earlier.
Yeah. So out of those 4 teams, which one do you think is going to win that AFC North? Or be the top? I shouldn't say. Yeah, be the top.
Bengals.
You think the Bengals are?
Oh yeah.
See, I think the Ravens can give them a run for their money. I don't know. I would say Bengals too. I mean, it'll be interesting to see about this Deshaun Watson thing.
I think they'll win. I think they'll win the division by at least 2 games again.
Really? The
Yeah.
Ravens are the favorite.
They are?
Yep. Ravens are
Over the
favorite.
Bengals?
Yep.
Really?
Bengals are projected 9.1. Ravens are 9.2 wins. I don't know how you do the 0.2. You
Interesting.
Can't win an eighth of a game or
No.
fifth of a game. But all right, so that's our.
Super interesting.
I mean, here's the thing: is you have
who
that.
do you think?
I said I would like to
think
see
the
the Bengals because the Bengals. I think their offense is dynamic.
Oh, so you don't think they're going to win?
I think the Bengals are going to win the division. I think it's going to come down to one game. I think it's going to be very close. It'll just be interesting to see what the Ravens can do. I mean, it's hard because with both of those teams, they have elite players on offense, and the Ravens' defense is probably arguably a little better.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think the Bengals' offense. I mean, they're just the
Bengals'
wide receiver
offense
core
is better.
Yeah, 100%. So
Easily. All right, we're going to the AFC East now. So that is the Bills, the Patriots, the Jets, and the Dolphins. So a lot of moving parts here.
I think we can all agree on. We love. I mean, the Bills are dynamic.
Well, the Bills are the Super Bowl favorites.
Right. Do you have who? I mean, they didn't really get. I don't think they really needed to improve a lot of places. Maybe just some depth.
They
But
added
James Cook was
James
big.
Cook.
Yeah, because I will say this though, Devin Singletary is always
And
one of those
Zach
guys.
Moss and during the
Zach
year,
Moss
too.
kind of just stopped playing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it helped them out because here's the thing: if you have a guy like Josh Allen, you have Diggs, you have McKenzie, you have Dawson Knox, you have these receivers, Cole Beasley, you have these receivers. Okay, hey, I'll fake hand it off or I'll throw it to a guy who can catch out of the backfield. Where Zach Moss, I don't think was as much of a catcher as Devin Singletary. But let Josh throw it 40 times, 50 times. Why
but
not?
they need somebody to be able to like run
Pound
it
it.
a little bit.
Yeah, I think James Cook will be actually low key, kind of a sleeper for them. I think he will be very good.
Oh yeah.
So
All right, so they brought in James Cook from the draft. They lost Cole Beasley.
yeah, he's free agent.
Yep. So that's something notable. But they brought in Jamison Crowder. So honestly, is that big of a deal? Is it an upgrade? Potentially. Cole Beasley and Josh Allen had a pretty good connection.
Yeah,
But Jamison Crowder is a pretty solid player. too.
Jamison Crowder is very solid. I think Cole Beasley's one of those guys who is a great kind of slot receiver who will do the 3-4 yards and just catch it and then kind of get that.
10 catches
10
for
catches.
60 yards.
And he was pretty good for them. I mean, like I said, when Josh Allen can sling it, there you go. And even like Gabriel Davis last year, kind of in that Chiefs game, Gabriel Davis had probably a career game. I mean, so did Josh Allen, but it was
Not
just
probably, for
yeah.
sure.
I mean, it's
He had
just
4 touchdowns, I think.
right. So I don't like you said. I think they unfortunately lose Cole Beasley, but I think they still have Dawson Knox, who's an elite tight end. Obviously, Stephon Diggs is up there. Like
I
you
think
said, James Crowder.
Gabe Davis will take another step forward.
Yeah, he's a young guy.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully,
He's going to ball.
do they?
They picked up Von Miller as well.
Yeah, big time pickup on the defensive end.
So they picked him up. So they got him
They also
and
lost
Ed
Emmanuel
Oliver.
Sanders.
Oh, they did.
He's a free agent right now.
That's okay.
Yeah, Emmanuel Sanders was the
Gabe
biggest.
Davis will take his place.
Yeah,
no
he should be
problem.
wide receiver too for sure. Yeah,
Well, I mean, like we mentioned in the previous division, they lost guys.
but they upgraded.
Whatever, Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley, but Gabe Davis is ready to go for that second spot, and they got Jamison Crowder. So it's not that big of a deal. It's not like they lost people and didn't fill those spots with equally capable guys.
Right. No, I think they did well. They really didn't have a ton of holes to fill. Their defense is pretty solid,
But
and
they
they made
did
it
fill
better.
Yeah.
And so when you look at it,
I think Tre'Davious White was hurt
yeah, he tore something.
last year too.
Tore
So
his-
he'll be back. They got the 2 safeties who are beasts,
Yeah,
Poyer and Hyde.
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at it, they even have the middle linebacker. They have some pretty good. I mean, Von Miller's kind of back. They paid him a lot of money,
Oh, they also signed O.J. Howard.
the tight end.
Yeah.
So they have 2 guys now.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of those things. I think that they'll be fun to watch because they're a dynamic offense.
Oh, they're so fun to watch.
But I also think it'll be very fun to see that first game they play the Rams.
Yeah.
I mean, that kicks off the NFL
So
season.
you'll be able to tell how
100%.
good they are.
100%. And I think they have a great coach. They're always dynamic to play. It'll be fun to watch.
Yep. Anything else about the Bills?
No, they'll win their division.
Pretty confident. We're not quite to that point yet. All right, moving to the Dolphins. So they also made a lot of changes.
Yeah.
So
Good changes, though.
they got Chase Edmonds at running back,
Yeah.
which could fit their system. I don't really know what their system's going to be, but he could be pretty
They
good.
also have Mostert at running back.
There you go. Well, he followed the coach.
Yeah. The biggest thing with him is, will he stay healthy?
Yeah, but the nice thing is they have Edmonds and Mostert. So,
They also have Sony Michel.
oh my God.
And they have Myles Gaskin is their 4th. And Myles Gaskin started for them last year.
They brought in so many running backs.
And Teddy Bridgewater to back up Tua.
All right, their roster is actually pretty solid.
100%.
And then they got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle at wide receiver.
And then you have Gesicki at tight end. Gesicki's
Yeah.
a solid tight end. I
So
think
their skill group is solid.
I think one of their biggest things was like, obviously you're hoping that Tua takes the next step, and it'll be interesting to see how they use Tyreek Hill
He
because
needs to.
Patrick Mahomes has a cannon for an arm.
Mm-hmm.
Tua, no offense to the guy, probably doesn't have a cannon for an arm. So are you going to use Tyreek Hill the same way the Chiefs did? Probably not. You're going to have to not do as many deep balls.
Mhm.
Then you have Jalen Waddle, who low-key last year, very dynamic player, solid receiver.
Yeah, not as much the deep ball guy.
Exactly. So I don't know. They're going to be a fun team to watch too. They're just electric. I
Yeah.
mean, here's the thing is Chase Edmonds is a pass catcher. He's
Mhm.
a running back. I mean, he's good,
Well, they also have Mostert and Michelle, who are also solid running backs.
right? I mean, Myles Gaskin's no slouch.
No, I know. So
So-
he's probably not even going to play.
No, he won't play at all. I mean,
Their defense is pretty good, too. I mean, they got Xavier Howard and Byron Jones.
yeah. I mean, you also have Taron Armstead from the Saints on the line. He's a all-pro lineman.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is the thing is it's always been the
All right,
Dolphins. New
not
coach will
gonna
be
lie,
interesting.
They have a really good roster.
They have a fun roster.
Yeah.
They have a very, very, very fun roster. It'll be interesting to see with this new coach how he puts it all together.
You think they can get? How close do you think that they can get to the Bills?
I think 2 or 3 games. I would go on the more 3 games. I think the Bills will get to about 12 wins,
Mm-hmm.
maybe tipping 13, but I think 12 is a solid number. I think
4,
I think the Dolphins will be right around
10-7.
10-7 or 9-8.
Interesting. I think they'll probably be closer to 10-7.
Yeah, they have a tough. I mean, tough though. They go to Baltimore,
Well,
at Cincinnati.
they all probably play the same teams pretty much,
Yeah,
or similar teams.
similar,
But then, I mean, they get to play the Jets twice.
Yeah.
That's 2 wins.
100%. And I think the Patriots. Like we'll get to the Patriots, but I don't think they're as solid. But
We're at the Patriots.
100%. I mean, I think the Dolphins should be second in that division.
Oh yeah,
So
I agree.
it's gonna be fun to watch though.
All right, so we got Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't love the Patriots. I think the Patriots will be fine, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But
They brought in Devontae Parker. Big splash signing for wide receiver 1.
100%. When you don't, Jacoby Myers was their guy. And I think the biggest thing, though, it'll be interesting to see they're a run-heavy. Damian Harris was a lot. Ramondre Stevenson was a lot. I just think
James White. They still got James White.
the crazy thing is, you guys, they drafted this Cole Strange guy, their first pick. And maybe they know something we don't. I just don't think that's a great pick.
I don't know.
So,
He's probably gonna start.
yeah, God, he'll be the best lineman.
He's projected right guard starter.
I don't know, man.
But they also have a very good defense.
That's what they're built on.
Yeah, so if that happens,
Hunter Henry's solid.
they have Jonnu Smith too.
Johnny Smith's solid.
So we'll see. I mean, their defense needs to have another elite year. It's worth mentioning that they declined to name an offensive or defensive coordinator.
Dude, they do some weird stuff.
So
in New England.
We'll see how that plays out. It's especially interesting to look at like who is going to call the plays like into Mac Jones's helmet.
Yeah.
You know, like usually that would probably be like the offensive coordinator if the head coach isn't calling the plays.
Right.
But if they don't have an offensive coordinator, then who is this? Just going to be like an offensive assistant, or what's going on here?
Yeah.
You know.
I just don't want them to be good. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
So the last team is the Jets.
The Jets. Let's see. Well, they brought in Brees Hall.
Drafted him.
Yep. So he's
Solid.
probably gonna be pretty good. Corey Davis.
Yep. They still have Corey Davis.
He was there last year.
I believe so. Yeah. Elijah Moore is very good. He was very good for them.
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson's big.
New wide receiver.
They also have C.J. Uzmahat and Tyler Conklin. They also drafted Sauce Gardner on the defensive end. I think here's the thing about the Jets. The Jets
on cornerback.
Sorry, on the I said defensive end.
Oh, I thought you meant defensive end, like the position.
Oh no, on the
I got you.
Yeah, sorry,
I got you.
But so I think here's the biggest thing about the Jets is they have a good coach. Robert Saleh is a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
That division is tough, but I think they're taking steps in the right direction.
Yeah.
They're helping out Zach Wilson to see what Zach Wilson can do with the Garrett Wilson. Also, Brees Hall will be very good. And on the defensive end, they made themselves better.
Yep.
And so I think the biggest thing is I don't think they'll be necessarily – I think they'll still be around 6-7 wins. I just think they'll actually be able to compete now, and they won't be that team where it's like, oh, we go play the Jets. And they do all this
easy
stuff.
win. Easy win.
I mean, here's the thing is if the Jets keep doing what they're doing, I mean, I don't know. I think you watch Zach Wilson take a big leap. I think he could be pretty good. So
could be.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. But they'll still be at the bottom of the division.
Unfortunately, for at least a year or two. But I mean,
they could be
drafted
close.
well, man. They got their
their draft was awesome. But they could be close to the Patriots, I think.
I think their max would be like 8 wins. I think right around
max.
6 or 7.
Oh yeah, max. Yeah. I think they're more likely in the 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Just because I mean, you got 2 losses to the Bills. You got at least 2 losses combined to the Dolphins and the Patriots.
Yeah, if you could sneak one.
Like, if you combine for 2 losses, you split with both teams, or you lose both to the Dolphins and win both against the Patriots, like, you're a happy camper with that.
Right.
You know? And then you find 3 to 4 wins across the rest of the schedule.
Right.
But I just don't see them having that many more wins.
No. And like I said, I think they have a base. They're trying to go up. They have a great coach. They have Greg the Leg. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
There you go. All you need is Greg the Leg. The only problem is you got to get into field goal range.
I was going to say you got to get there. But so I think out of that division, I think we made it pretty clear. I think the Bills have the best chance. It would be interesting. It would be fun to watch see if the Dolphins can give them a little run.
Yeah.
So
probably 2, 3. I think 3 games away.
Yeah.
Like I think 13 wins for the Bills, 10-ish for the Dolphins.
Yeah. Obviously,
is that what they're projected?
Health is a big thing.
Know,
Bills are projected the most at, I think it's like 11.6, so almost 12, and then the Dolphins are at about 8.9, so about 9. So right around 3.
Oh, interesting.
I just think it's
it'll
go
things. Up 13 and 10.
It's just crazy. I mean, I think the Bills, they could make a run for the Super Bowl. So
yeah.
All right. Well, that's our new little thing. We'll pick it up with the AFC South and the AFC West next week. Yeah, but do you want to tell them what we're doing this week, or do you want to recap last week's top 5 to go into this week's top?
Well, the top 5, another dominant performance by my draft team. I think it was about, what did I say? It was
like 65 to 35%.
Yeah.
Like 2 to 1.
60 to 40, 65, 35, somewhere in there, in that range. So we're riding a hot streak, 2 wins in a row. So we're going to look.
I will say
continue
this. I think it is crazy, and I think you take a leap. Obviously, Derek Carr is probably the worst quarterback on that list, but Devontae Adams is one of the best. But wide receivers. However, I got some comments that were saying, "Oh, Dak Prescott stinks."
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, I looked up the statistics, had better statistics than Kyler Murray, and it wasn't even close. He had 300 less rushing yards, 3 less touchdowns, rushing, and that's what Kyler Murray's built on. He had 1,000 more passing yards and 9 more touchdowns. And don't even start me on DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins was terrible. Granted, yeah, sure, injury, whatever. So was CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb played 3 more games than DeAndre Hopkins, had almost double the yards and 1 less touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins is a touchdown machine, I get it. But when you got a quarterback who's 5'5", just chucks it up to DeAndre. DeAndre's got hands, he's got stickies.
Hey, just look at the Madden ratings. 96 for DeAndre.
It's insane.
It's insane. CD is way less.
I will tell you this right now, and I will put real money on it, that CeeDee Lamb has a better year than DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins is washed up.
Put your money where your mouth is for the people.
Yeah, I will. I've already told people. I said, hey, my DMs are open. I would take my 5 quarterback wide receiver combos over your 5 quarterback in fantasy at the end of this year.
Well, why don't you tell them if anybody wants to bet you that?
Come at me, David Barry on Twitter. So, you can find me
or Instagram
or Sippin' Sports.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, send it to the Sippin' Sports.
Send it to Sippin'
If
Sports.
anybody wants to bet Dave, so you would get DeAndre Hopkins. Dave would have CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
If you think DeAndre Hopkins is going to have more receiving yards than CeeDee Lamb, then
I think here's
slide in, put some money.
The hardest part is
money where your mouth
I will put a numerous amount, but everyone's argument is going to be he's going to get hurt. He's older. He's going to get hurt. Okay, so then we'll create a clause because I will still take my guy CeeDee Lamb.
All right, but anyways, so we're sitting at what is the score now? 4-3.
4-3.
Yep. And so the topic for today is top 5 celebrity crushes.
Shout out Brennan.
Yep, shout out Brennan.
Also shout out Brennan for this is why we're wearing our outfits.
Yeah, can you tell?
Some blue shirts for Brennan. We're a week late, but shout out Brennan.
So we're going top 5 celebrity crushes.
Everyone knows the deal. Coin flip.
Yep, coin flip for the snake draft. It's going to be a combination. It can be a celebrity crush from any time. So it could be growing up. It could be current, present day.
Yeah.
Kind of any time.
Anytime.
Yep.
So, you call it?
Tails.
Oh my, this is the first time I've won.
That was so loud.
I'm going to go
That was so loud.
number 1 pick. Just yeah, I might have to turn on the volume for that.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go
too late now.
number 1 pick.
Alright, that's fine. First time for everything. Just kidding, I think it's second time.
I think I had the second time, but I don't think I've ever actually won the coin toss. I think he gave me the first pick.
Alright, who are you picking?
Jennifer Aniston. Shout out the GOAT of everyone's celebrity crushes.
Solid pick.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully.
She's on my list. I'm gonna go throwback to growing up, Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah, that was a good one. So that is definitely a throwback because I don't know what she's doing nowadays, but
I have
definitely
no
a
idea.
throwback.
Yeah. And then the next one, combo country / actress Jana Kramer.
Okay. Not where I thought you were going with country.
If you don't know who these people are, you should look them up before you vote, obviously.
Yeah.
But, yeah, combo, country.
And sorry, this is Celebrity Crushes female edition.
Yeah, sorry.
We
Female edition.
Sorry.
Maybe we'll do a male edition down the line.
We'll see what we have in store. We'll put it in the
All right,
book.
Your choice.
So my number
Pick
2 pick is Blake Lively.
It's a good pick. You might have just...
And my 3rd pick is the country singer he was going to go with, Carrie Underwood.
No, I was not going to go with
Shout out Sunday Night Football elite. Why people watch Sunday Night Football.
I think you're probably
Hey, don't say that. Hey,
I'm not conceding, but
don't say this.
You got a strong 3 so far.
Theirs aren't bad. I like Hayden Panettiere. I will say this. I don't know what Jana Kramer looks like. I know she's a country singer. I don't know what she looks like.
Oh man.
No, that's not a shout.
look her up while I'm going.
Show the people a picture.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna go
Janet or Jana?
Janakr.
Kramer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That right there.
Okay. Well.
Yep. That's the look.
She's had 3 husbands. Jesus, Martha Jana. And she's divorced again. Hey, that pause. Go. There, go.
All right. So third pick, I'm gonna go with. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Eva Mendes.
Okay. Jesus, Martha, buddy.
I was blanking.
All right.
We're doing this off
the top.
Yep. And then my next one is going to be. I'm gonna go with. We'll go with Kay Adams.
Kay Adams.
Yeah.
Who's that? Explain for the people.
She used to host Good Morning Football on NFL Network. Not anymore. She just stopped. But we're trying to get different parties involved.
Okay. Different parties.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
We're not trying to just go actresses. We're not just trying to go concert.
Yeah.
Singers.
We've gone back and forth a little. I have a country singer in there.
Yeah, 1 singer and 2 actresses. We'll see what you do here.
Yeah. My next pick is Selena Gomez. Definitely a singer. And then my last pick, and just have to throw her out there, Jessica Alba.
All right.
Can I give an honorable mention once you're done? You can give an honorable. You have an honorable mention? I know you.
I have to go number 5.
That's what I'm saying. You can go 5 and then an honorable mention, and I'll give mine.
I'm gonna go Vanessa Hudgens.
Okay, there you go. That was not mine. Just don't worry about it. That's not mine.
Once you said Selena Gomez, I was like, oh, I gotta get Vanessa Hudgens in there.
Yeah. So go with your honorable mention. Do you have one?
Well, you can go if you.
Julianne Hough is my honorable mention.
Man, you got a pretty solid list.
It's a shout out. I mean, high school days, man. Now we're here. Mm-hmm. Do you have one, or did I put you on the spot?
I would say my honorable mention, shout out to my favorite movie, She's Out of My League, Alice Eve.
Yeah, great. I mean, She's Out of My League is a great movie.
Yeah.
But what other movies, do you know what other movie she's in?
Not much.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but for her, that's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you need.
So,
all right, so we'll recap. This might be a landslide. We'll see if it's worse. We'll see if it's worse than my dominating performance of Continental Breakfast Foods.
Yeah. Also, shout out Chris Lesh for making your comment a week late on the YouTube, though. Thank you for your vote. It was counted for an error.
There you go. All right, so Dave's list: Jennifer Aniston, Blake Lively, Carrie Underwood, Selena Gomez, Jessica Alba, honorable mention Julianne Hough. Yeah, honestly, my list is just a bunch of randos compared to yours.
Yeah, for sure though. Actually, if you don't know these people, look them up.
Yeah, look them up before you vote. So my list is Hayden Panettiere, Jana Kramer, Eva Mendes, Kay Adams, Vanessa Hudgens, honorable mention Alice Eve.
Yeah. There we go. I mean, I love my list. I don't know why. I will say off of popularity, my list for sure, because...
Yeah, but you can't go popularity. It's celebrity crushes.
100%.
I mean, I guarantee Dave didn't have a celebrity crush on all these ladies. He's just going for popular vote.
Well, I'm also going for just absolute beautiful people.
Because he knows he needs to win, because he can't let it get to 3.
It would only be 2. It'd be 5-3.
No, you can't let it get to 3 wins in a row for myself.
Oh, yeah, no one remembers the last one. Anyway, so shout out to y'all. Follow the Sippin' Sports. Twitter, Instagram.
Yep.
And then also leave us comments. Let us know your top 5 or a top 5 suggestion, whatever you want. YouTube, it doesn't matter where you leave it. We see it.
YouTube, you can comment on the Instagram post, or you can slide into the DMs on Instagram.
Yep. Or Twitter.
Subscribe and leave us a 5-star rating on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We don't discriminate.
Right.
But with that being said, episode 20. Peace.
Peace.